thinking about moving abroad? Don't book that flight just yet. Skipping any one of these steps could cost you big time. There are so many things we didn't realize we needed to do until we were knee-deep in paperwork, packing, and sometimes panicking. So we made this video to help you avoid being overwhelmed. These are the 5 most important things to do before moving abroad. The things that we are checking off right now. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This is Doc and Bean, and today we are neck deep in the process of moving to Thailand, right? So whatever knowledge we have, we are passing it along to you. So today we are talking about some of the most important things you actually need to know before you move, and you should do before you even book that trip, right? Right.
Okay. Let's start with the first one.
Hey, we can write down the business.
Right. The first one is your visa. So you need a visa to stay in these countries. A lot of countries, Americans go to our visa exempt, but only for a certain amount of time.
Right.
So you have to think about your visa and know that process.
Yeah, because it determines how long you can stay. So make sure you're doing, just some diligent research on the country you plan on going to before you book anything. Ask yourself, are you moving short-term, long-term, or is this permanent, right? Will you work, retire, study, volunteer, or just slow travel, right? Does your destination require proof of income, health insurance, or a criminal background check, right? So you need to ask yourself these questions while you're doing your research about whatever country. It'll kind of eliminate countries and then point you to the right direction on what country to go to. Right? And then here's some tools and tips to make sure you get it right? Start with their official immigration website of the country, right? Not just like blogs or social media posts, because stuff changes.
Yeah. Their actual website, which a lot of times is not so easy to find. You might be on a website and think it's official.
Yeah.
But it might not.
Right. And then check the visa processing times, right? Some take 1 to 3 months or more. So you don't want to be setting up your move and then not realize, oh, I have to wait this long for the visa to get approved even. Consider hiring a visa consultant or a lawyer for more complex cases. The Facebook groups and expat forums specific to your country, that's a big help. But I would also always go back and verify what everybody says in the group. Have digital and physical copies of all your documents, passport, proof of income, insurance, all that stuff. So some of the resources we've used is iVisa. I'll have a link for that down in the bottom. Visa HQ. These are visa requirements and application guides. Embassy pages, they have a lot of embassy contact information. And as we said, expat communities. So yeah.
So the second thing is you want to worry about, and this is kind of more for older people, retiree type people, and that is health insurance, because older people are more concerned about that.
Right. And older people are, and I think it's starting to, because of the Western culture with having to have insurance and everybody, from the time you're a baby, you have insurance.
Right.
I think it's just in our head to assume that we need health care, and it's not mandatory everywhere.
No. In most places it's not.
Right.
It's not mandatory. I think health insurance is how well you take care of yourself from the start. That is the ultimate health insurance.
So that's one of the big questions to ask is, do you need it? Do you need health insurance? And that depends on your needs and the country you're going to, right? In some countries, as we said, it's mandatory. Others, it's not, right? So here's what some international things cover, right? You could get hospital visits, doctor consultations, prescriptions. And these are the things that, do you need this? This is what you need to be checking off. Emergency evacuation, repatriation, right? So if something happens to you, you pass away, are they going to return your body, back home? Because that could be very expensive. Routine checkups or dental vision, what you want included in that. So in countries like Thailand, you need proof of insurance for, let's say, the retiree visa, right?
But not for most any other
Right.
visa. But for retirement visa, you need proof of insurance because you're probably old.
Right. And we're
And
still on the fence
yeah,
about that.
yeah, we're thinking on whether we are going to get insurance for the emergency, because that would be the reason
Mm-hmm.
for an emergency
Right.
or an accident,
Yeah.
not for actual health care.
Yeah. So we're more into like the holistic healing. We'll try to, it's prevention. We're all about prevention, right? So yeah, and if you get sick, we'll probably see like a TCM doctor, traditional Chinese medicine doctor, or somebody over there, like when we was in Singapore and you was having some pain and he like took care of it like that. We're like, man,
he did it with his elbow.
well, yeah, and the pain was gone.
Yeah.
So that's more of our speed. So listen, if you are enjoying this video and you want to support what we're doing, you can buy us a Thai tea, right? It's a small gesture, but it means an awful lot to us to keep creating, the content and building community, also join our newsletter. But the links are in the description. So, hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. Head over to talkandbean.com to grab your free travel resources, our personalized itineraries, and powerful AI prompts. And be sure to join our Facebook community, Go Global, Travel, and Move Abroad, where the real conversations happen. All the links are in the description. Enjoy the rest of the video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Okay, the next one. This seems like it's not that important, but it is that important because everybody has a phone today.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get your phone situation squared away before you do anything.
Right. And I think we kind of struggle with this because we went with this one company and then I'm looking more into stuff and then, we're like, okay, because this is essential if you're still banking in America. Right. So it's like
you need security codes.
Right. The 2FA.
Text to you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as having a phone, it's easy now to stay connected with people on WhatsApp, all this stuff, Google Voice, everything is Wi-Fi calling anyway, right? You can even call on Facebook Messenger. But before you do anything, you have to make sure your phone is unlocked. Anytime you want to travel, if you want to get other SIM cards, if you are most likely paying a cell phone, paying for your cell phone, not the bill, like your cell phone separately, it's probably not unlocked. Right.
But if you bought the phone outright,
yes,
most likely it's unlocked.
Right. And if it's not, you can ask them to because you own it. They don't own it. Right. So yeah, if you're moving somewhere, the easiest thing to just do is get a local SIM and pay a phone bill there. Like in Thailand, it's $15 a month for a cell phone,
or less. Yeah.
But that's if you want to just get a Thai number and all this stuff. But for us, like, I definitely want to keep my number. You're going to keep your number, right? And just to keep it consistent with family and all this stuff, but we'll use Google Voice where you port your number to them, and it's only $20 and you port it there and it sits there, right? And then we'll get a Thai phone number. So, and as long as you have like an eSIM, see if your phone is compatible for eSIMs as well, then you can just switch out numbers as you go. Yeah.
Okay, the next one, and this is important.
Yes.
And it can be simple, straightforward, but it's important. And this is your money, your financial plan. Where are you going to keep your money?
Yeah.
And how are you going to access it?
Right. And I say figure this out early, right? Because your finances actually shape your options, right? Plan your income sources and your budget. And questions you need to ask yourself is, will you rely on pensions? Is it Social Security? Investments or remote work, right? And do you need to save or invest before moving? And if you're investing, you should have been doing that a while ago. Research the cost of living using tools like Spatistan and Numio, with help. For us, we decided to go with two, right? Charles Schwab, because they have the best ATMs and, for traditional banking. So you keep it both and it's international, right? They have no foreign transaction fees on purchases. unlimited ATM reimbursement worldwide.
That's good.
At any ATM anywhere. And then no monthly fees, no minimum accounts or no account minimums, I mean. So yeah, and it's just best for like expats who frequently withdraw cash. And those who want like a US checking, or savings account, direct deposits, bills, taxes, all that stuff, you still maintain ties to the US this way. Yeah. And then also WISE.
Right.
We both have WISE accounts. And this is for international transfers, multi-currency. It holds up to 50 different currencies, at real exchange rate.
Right.
That's the good
It's like
part.
an instant transfer.
Right.
Without you having to transfer your money.
Right. And there's no hidden fees. Transfers are cheaper than banks, and often very instant. So you can receive local currency in whatever country you're in. So, and this is best for more like expats that get paid in different currencies, maybe remote work, freelance, stuff like that. If you do a lot of frequent international transfers, it's cheaper than PayPal or banks, So those living abroad long term who need local bank alternative, this is for you. So yeah.
Okay, the next one is, before you get there, I feel like nobody talks about this. Is when I get to the country, do I have my place set up? Am I going to stay in a hotel? For how long? Am I going to stay in an Airbnb? For how long before I look for a permanent place?
Yeah.
I never hear people talk about that.
Right. So how do you secure temporary housing or the starter housing? Like, what do you do? So just to because you can risk paying too much if you don't know enough, getting scammed, because a lot of people put these things on Airbnb. It might not exist, ending up somewhere that doesn't fit your lifestyle, if it's loud, So how you avoid that, though, is booking at least 2 to 4 weeks of temporary housing, like an Airbnb, hotel, service apartment, and use that time to kind of explore neighborhoods, long-term rentals, meet up, with people or realtors that will know more than you if you want to go that way. Join expat groups because they have people that have went through the same process. You can ask them all kinds of questions, but definitely watch out for scams. Never wire money to anyone or for any place that you haven't seen in person.
I know people do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it works out.
It works.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works.
But, we'd rather be safe than sorry. But they have platforms like Flatio, Nomad X, and then local Facebook communities. Like you'll post something in a Facebook community and they will answer. So many realtors, they will be pushing their apartments to you. So just be mindful of that. Yeah. And then the big thing, right? Developing a minimalist mindset. Hey, this has been a struggle.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the minimalist thing and stuff, and I have one spoon and one cup
Not
and one pair of shoes.
That way. It's not about living with nothing. It's about living with intention.
You mean like in the woods and you trying to,
No, like you telling me I only have 2 suitcases.
That's not minimalist.
That is minimalist.
That's a lot of clothes. That is way more clothes than you're going to need.
Well, some people can't even do that. Like, that's tough. You're asking someone to pack up their whole life into 2 suitcases.
So their life is clothes.
No, that's not clothes. I got a bunch of stuff in there. But what I'm saying is that, you have to change your mind. Like, all these things in your house, it's not needed. So ask yourself questions like, do I need this? Does it add value to my life, right? Am I trying to build?
You'll know it once you get to the place you're going and see that your things are not needed. That's what's going to happen to us. With all the clothes we have and all I still have more sneakers than I need.
I was about to ask that, right?
Yeah.
I was about to say how is the sneakers adding value, right? How many sneakers you taking?
Anyway. When you get to a place, I think the natural weed out is that you'll start to get rid of stuff.
Yeah. So, and it's what you want more than what you have, right? So you gotta let go of the unnecessary stuff. If it's physical, digital, emotional, you just gotta kind of iron it out, get it out the way. Prioritize experiences over things. That's what I will say, right? And just like, as you spend so much time managing your belongings that you don't really know, you don't even realize. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to adapt to a smaller space, right? Because like, how many feet is the apartment we're gonna have in Bangkok compared to like a 2,400 square foot house? Yeah, so I'm gonna try to avoid overpacking, right? But I still got room. I still got room in my suitcase. So, but it's not about lack. It's not about lack. It's about freedom. Freedom from clutter, right? Freedom from overconsumption. Yeah, and you just want to move and grow and explore the world, right? You don't need to have 5 suitcases to do that, right? That's what he told me. You don't have 5 suitcases to do that. So, yeah, just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Remember that movie? Yeah, that's what you gotta do, right? So, that was our list, right? Of stuff that you need, important stuff that we feel was important enough to share with you guys if you're moving abroad to another country or anything like that. It's just, I know you're excited. Don't just book that flight and, plan it out. Be strategic with it, when you're building this new lifestyle, right? So if you liked this video, hit that like button, share, subscribe to our channel. We bring you more information. And leave a comment and tell us if you've decided to move, where you're moving to. We'd love to cheer you on, right? And head over to Dr. Bean and check out our website, get some itineraries. We have AI prompts to help you travel easier, smoother. And we'll see you in the next video. See ya.